game.
Every now and then, a game comes along that shows massive potential. A game that shows a hole in the gamosphere that is yet to be filled. The ARMA II mod DayZ is one such game. It was created by one man, a New Zealander by the name of Dean Hall, on his downtime while working on ARMA III. It's a real success story, and it's the closest you'll get to an online zombie MMO. And it's as much a horror game as it is a social experiment.
You're dumped into the world with basic gear, a handful of bullets, food and drink, and no help or guidance whatsoever. You're in a hopeless situation and just need to survive. And you probably won't for very long unless you're good at making friends.
Is that you, Goose?
No way. Is that you?
And then turning on them when you need to.
The world of DayZ is brutal and unforgiving, but it's also one of the most compelling games I've ever played.
It's certainly unique. To play DayZ, you'll need ARMA II and its DLC and a lot of patience. This mod is still very early in its development, so it's surprising that it's running so well considering it's a game in alpha. So take all of our complaints with a grain of salt.
I forgot how beautiful this ARMA world can look. There's an eerie stillness to the world, and it just feels post-apocalyptic. Abandoned buildings and barns, mass graves, and run-down towns just scream zombie infestation.
Yeah, it's creepy. You'll often be looking at a field and you think, okay, this looks safe, and then suddenly you'll see one zombie swaggering off in the distance, and then a whole host of zombies and scores of them running at you.
Oh my god, there's so many, and they're sprinting!
I think Hex is running from
Oh my god, I got
The zombies in this game are especially terrifying for a few reasons. Firstly, their AI models are very basic, so that makes them a bit unpredictable, especially the ones that erratically zigzag about.
Oh no, there are so many. Oh man.
They will spot you if you get too close and aren't flat on the ground or if you make too much noise, and they're so fast. If you're in a big city, it's just a matter of time before you do something stupid, and then you have a whole horde on you, and you know you're already dead.
11. Oh no! Seriously, I'm running now, and that's a lot of zombies.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is sprint through a town in DayZ, unless you want to start that zombie conga line. When you're in a city, you just need to get in, get supplies, and get out. It's a dangerous place, and gunshots attract a lot of attention.
They're all coming.
And the zombies are relentless. They'll just chase you, and then more will chase you, and then they'll gather more, and they'll just never stop. Even the creepy crawly ones along the ground, they have determination and double gumption. They'll climb ladders and glitch into view. In fact, they can even hit you through walls. If you do get busted in a populated area, you need to leg it to somewhere quiet and then take them out to pasture. Or run into a building or up a ladder and make a stand. And be prepared for a long fight.
Ooh, lighthouse. Where does that put us?
The controls and interface for this game are an abomination that you hope will eventually get ironed out, although ARMA II's controls always were bafflingly wonky. Sprinting, crouching, prone, aiming, eating, bandaging.
Morphine?
All of these things are painfully unintuitive to do and will often get you killed.
Ah, behind you!
And in fairness, this is mostly because the game is still an alpha. The worst is bag management. I mean, moving an item from one person's inventory into yours and then into your backpack is like a complex math problem.
The M16 mag. Did you get my pistol mag?
No, it's not in the bag.
Okay.
Also, I'd recommend, right from the bat, turn head bob off, otherwise it's like you're in a thrash metal band.
Oh, that gave me motion sickness. I do really like that you can stay in first or third person view and also use Alt or the number keys to look around to see if a zombie is chasing you or if a human player is still with you. And that's the real game here, the choices that you make when you encounter other players. Do you trust someone you just met? Do you take their gear and move on?
He's dead.
Do you let them die if they're under attack?
Jedi, run towards the red building.
I can see you running, Jedi.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Stalker, yeah, he's in the trees.
Right, there he is. Yes.
All of these decisions are so fascinating, especially in a pack.
Okay, let's get out
But
of
whatever
here.
you're doing, drop it. We're gonna have to move.
Yep,
Let's go.
Yeah, that pack mentality is really fun to watch play out.
Let us know when you're coming in the church.
Yeah.
Because we'll shoot you if you don't.
Yep.
There's so many arguments about where to go and what to do. I've never heard our voice channel sound so serious.
Yeah,
Hex.
it's intense.
That we're just gonna get split up again.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but, I mean-
Before a zombie comes in and then it's all on again. We don't.
do you want to send someone out for reconnaissance?
We won't. Or
Get
someone
supplies and
random
come
runs
back.
in. No, we just need to follow
Well, if we
me.
do that, then we're
and we'll go
screwed,
outside
definitely.
and we'll
I just
creep
really
around.
need ammo.
On the whole, people do try to be friendly, but you really can't trust anyone.
Hey, this guy's got a nice gun.
I love how high the stakes are at all times in this game. The reason why death is so punishing is that you lose all of your gear that might have taken you a whole day in real time to collect. You're also sent somewhere randomly along the coast when you respawn, so you might be hours away from all of your friends and have no idea where they are. You can find a map and a compass, which does help a little bit,
Compass bearing northwest.
but even if you're right next to a friend in the forest, it's completely possible to lose them.
Did you go up and over the hill? Where'd you go? We lost you.
And then every now and then comes a time where all hope is lost. You have no food, you have no water, very little ammo, and you just decide to yourself, I'm gonna walk into a zombie town, fire off a gun, and let nature take its course.
It takes time to get this game going. Installing the mod and even getting into a server took me an hour the first time, and once you've done that, you have the difficult task of finding everyone. There is no way to see yourself represented on a map. You can only look at street signs in the game, and they're all in freaking Russian.
Then EPHOROPCK.
No idea.
I mean, I could hear you having a grand old time, but I had no idea where you were.
It's like we're talking on a ham radio.
And I couldn't speed the process up because if you walk or even stand near a zombie, then they'll see you and they'll mob you. And then you have to back away and shoot and back away and shoot. And the only way to avoid this is to crawl or crouch crawl, which is slow. Really slow.
It's awesome.
I spent hours crawling along the ground, trying not to get attacked by zombies, slowly making my way to that church that you guys said you were at. And when I finally got there,
Now I'm standing at the pulpit.
I was in the wrong city.
Okay.
No,
there
different
must-
church. There's more than one church.
Yeah, that was a little bit heartbreaking.
Couldn't believe it. I died a little bit inside that day, and it wasn't until the next day when I was randomly prone crawling past a town when I spied another church. And suddenly,
Great time.
Yeah, I see you! I see you, Seth!
Except the guy we
oh my god! Oh my god!
This is the most exciting moment for me. I've been so alone for so long.
I was so emotional after being alone in this zombie deathland for so long, I was practically sobbing, Barjo.
I just don't want to be alone anymore.
Yeah, it was that real hug in the field moment, wasn't it? Except the field is full of zombies and other players that want to kill you.
And we were rolling. And then,
Except I think. Oh! Who's that? Who's that? That's not one of us! Okay,
He's there.
kill him.
Oh god.
after all that, 10 minutes together and some bandit stumbled upon us and shot me. No!
What happened?
Oh no.
Only me, dead after all that.
Hex, if it's any consolation, your gear provided some much needed ammo to the rest of the team.
Hex, I was first to take all your gear.
Yeah. And look, this profound moment we had in the game wouldn't have existed if it wasn't so tough just to find you. But that doesn't change the fact that I feel like I wasted hours of my life crawling around in the grass for essentially 10 minutes of shenanigans in a church and then having to start the whole process over again because I spawned yet again in the middle of freaking nowhere. Needless to say, after a string of rather unladylike expletives, I called it a night. And it was a few days before I could bring myself to log in again. There are moments when I just think there are so many other games I could be playing right now, and instead I'm crawling in the grass.
I don't feel like that at all. I just want to play this game only forever. That's how I feel right now. It's all I can think about. And it's because it is so compelling, this real trial of survival that you go through.
Oh man, I have no idea where I am.
Not counting interface issues, if this game was any easier to play, I think it would be much less interesting.
All I'm asking for is to see myself represented on a map, just to save time.
No!
There are aspects of this game that need polish, but I guess that's why it's in alpha. Plus, one time I spawned as a bird.
Why am I?
DayZ runs on a real-time day-night cycle, and happily most of the Aussie servers have offset it by a few hours so we're not all just playing at night, because daytime is tough, but nighttime is a nightmare. Don't adjust your set, this is what DayZ looks like at night. You can't see anything without a flare lit, and you don't have many. Also, a flare will make you a target to zombies and other players. The first time I played this was actually with Goose, and it was pitch black and terrifying. Blair Witch Project kind of terrifying.
I'm in a car, the zombies are outside, and I'm just gonna chill in here.
Eventually I found him running with a flare in his hand with a trail of zombies behind him going, help, help.
No, don't die, Ghost, don't die!
Oh no, help, help. Oh no, this is not happening.
There are so many stories that can come out of even a short session, aren't there?
Yeah, it's mostly horror stories, but stories nonetheless.
It's true emergent gameplay, isn't it? I mean, we could be seeing a real evolutionary step in game development because this is already so popular and it's really shaking things up because there are no design rules here. What you make your goal is what your party needs the most.
I'll shoot first because your ammo is the most precious.
Yeah, and it's telling that we persist with it, even with all of these interface issues in this early development, because it is just that compelling. At one stage, I spent 3 hours just with this throbbing, blurry effect because I needed painkillers, and I loved every second of it.
I spent an hour just trying to get into a server, just hitting enter over and over.
Get one of those birds, and I have to find.
I need your little pecker bird.
Yeah. I love the different types of emotions this game stirs up as well. I've had some really dark thoughts playing this game, Hex, walking behind someone who I've met and maybe fought side by side with for a while, and then suddenly realizing I've only got one flare and no ammo, and maybe if I just hang back a little bit and take them out, I will survive a bit longer.
Harsh, Barjo.
Yeah. The more gear someone has, the bigger target they are, and the less gear you have, the more risks you take.
I want to get him.
After a while, attacking other players does take a toll on your soul, but you just got to do what you can to survive.
Oh, someone's shooting me.
What I love most about this game is how the simple things become amazing, such as finding a can of beans.
I can't believe we've done this. We've lit a fire. This is more satisfying than lighting a fire in real life.
Yeah. Dare to walk over it.
Being in a group and someone opens a drink and you're like, oh, having a little sip there. Just the sound of that can being opened. You know, seeing someone across the way in another building. Hi. There are extreme highs and extreme lows in DayZ, and you'll probably learn something about yourself as well. It's not fair to score this game because it's not finished yet, but we will be keeping it on the radar.
Have you got bullets, wipe out? No. I got a frag grenade, guys. I'm gonna do it. It's the only thing we can do. Just try and stay alive. Get down.